Hey everyone, Gun Central here, and this time I'm going to be doing a really cool CDI game called Dimos Quest. Now I'm using this controller just because it's easier, it's more of a classic joypad feel, so it's a lot more comfortable to use. There is another controller you can get that looks like this, but it's just a pain to control, so I'm not using it. There are a few others as well that are available, which you'll find if you look up on Google and places like that. But these are the only two that I've got, but I use the joypad version just because it's a bit easier. This is one of my favourite games on the CDI. It's just so much fun. There's 51 levels in the game, so it lasts quite a while. It takes a few hours to do. And basically all you have to do is you play as a kid and you have to collect all the sweets in each level. Easy. But the great thing about this, unlike Hotel Mario, it doesn't get boring even though you're doing the same thing each level, because each level is designed and runs differently, so it doesn't get boring. So I'll take you through it. I love this game. I actually was playing this game a few months ago, and I got to probably about level 40 or something like that. So I was quite close to completing it, but it was so late. I turned it off, and it works with a password system. So you just take note of the password, and then you can go back to the level that you was on. You haven't got to start again. It was so late. Yeah, just ignore that. It was so late that I just turned it off and went to bed. And then in the morning, I was so busy doing something else, I actually trailed off it and didn't actually go back to it and finish the last sort of 10, 11 levels, which is a bit of a shame.
Green,
yellow. And I haven't played it again since today. So now, rather than just going through it quickly without explaining, I'll explain. Basically, you get certain coloured keys that open the same coloured locks. So blue key,
blue.
Therefore, will only open a blue lock.
Red.
Red key will only open a red lock.
Yellow.
And yellow is down here.
Green.
Up there.
Blue.
Back here.
Red.
Now, obviously, that red key would unlock either this one or the one further across. But if you unlock that one, how are you going to unlock the one below you? Whereas if you go below you, you've got another red key.
Red.
You could unlock this one. So if you did it the other way around, you'd be stuck, basically. So.
Yeah, you're nuts.
And the music in this is really, really nice. It's great. It's just so many different things in it, which is why it's not boring. So you're still having to collect all the sweets, but the levels are so different that
Red, yellow.
it doesn't get boring. And they get very difficult as well. Like this, if you take one step too far, you fall off the edge. Let me think, it's up here. Yeah. You have to make sure that you step on that when it's full and not when it's down, because you will just die, basically.
Red.
And don't step into the background where the tubes are moving across, because you will die. And these boxes I've just walked over, you can only go over them about 3 times and then they disappear and you can't use it anymore because you'll just die. And of course enemies, don't walk into them either. So now you'll see it's disappeared. I can't go back down there again or I'll die. And there we go. But it's a really cool game, really quite sleek and funky.
Radical.
The designs are really nice, and the music just tops it off with a nice relaxing tone to it, and it just gives the game an overall nice atmosphere. So, okay, we're on the next level now. Now you'll see that with this level, Dimo no longer collects the sweets himself. We have to use a hoover to collect them for him. Now you need to make sure that you don't let the vacuum cleaner go into the bombs, because then it will explode, and then you're done for. You then have to restart the level by you just press the second button, sorry, and just press restart level. So you control the hoover by using the arrows that surround Dimo, but then of course once you've collected all the sweets, doesn't matter, then you can just explode the hoover and you're sorted. So that one's pretty straightforward. I've actually got with me a few passwords of some of the higher levels that I thought I'd key in a minute, just to show you guys what the higher levels look like as well. But we'll do a few more of these for now. Right now, this is the introduction of these switches. You'll start to see a lot of these in the forthcoming levels now, but this is sort of the first level they're really introduced. And they just activate stuff, so that one causes this to appear.
Green.
That one causes the one up to appear. Now you're going to need 2 red keys and a green key to get through there. Now this one, you have to make sure it's closed.
Red.
Because if you don't close it, the ghost will come and it will come right in there. So make sure you close that one. That left one's not so important, but the right one, make sure you do, because what will happen is you'll come into this part here and you'll forget he's there and you'll come running down and you'll just go straight into him. So now, that's where we want to go, but obviously at the moment we can't walk on the water, which is why we need the ring, which is at the top. So now we've got the 2 red keys and the green key. It will unlock all of them, and with this ring we can now walk on the water, which is pretty cool. Obviously beforehand, if you don't have it, you can't. And then you can just go straight in the exit. There's also, as you go through the levels, a fire extinguisher that if you collect it, you can walk on fire.
You're doing extremely
well, he says. Yeah, there's a fire extinguisher you can get in other levels as well, and it just enables you to walk on fire, so, which you'll actually see in this level. So I'll just do this level. It's also the introduction of the blocks, which you have to move. Now this level is actually quite difficult. I'll show you why in a minute. Obviously there's fire surrounding you, so that makes it hard. But what makes it really difficult is this part here. You'll see that 2 enemies meet each other at times. And the only way you can get down, see that enemy that's going up and down, not the one going left and right, the one up and down. You have to get underneath him in order to collect an item. But the only way you can get under him is if you wait till he gets to the top square and then you run underneath him. But 1 square is not a lot of time for you to run under him at all. Like if there was more space for you to get under him, brilliant. But 1 square is just crazy. So I've got to literally go. Now that's not easy. For someone that hasn't played this game before and isn't used to doing that, they're not going to find that particularly easy. It's just the enemy's just going to end up coming down and plowing straight into them. That's not a good idea to do it there. There's the fire extinguisher over the left hand side. Now I know how to do that because I've been doing that for ages, but for someone that's never played this game before, they're going to find that very difficult. There was a block here, but it's now disappeared, which is good. So you just collect these 3 sweets, and then all we're going to do then is just go down here. And you've got the fire extinguisher, so you can walk on the fire, like so, and then straight in the exit, and we're done. Here, yeah, this is the introduction of the train tracks. You can go on top of these and ride them, which is pretty cool. And there's the arrows get introduced now as well, where they push you one way and obviously you can't go the other way because they're not pointing that direction. And you just go round the screen, and it's pretty cool. And these things transport you to certain parts of the level. And the same with this one. There's different colours, you also get red and yellow ones as well. Okay then guys, we'll have to leave it there. I've just paused it because we've run out of time. But no, them train things are pretty cool, and there's other new things that get introduced as you go through each level as well. And as I said, there's 51 levels, so you've got a lot there to keep you occupied. And it's just an absolutely amazing game in my opinion, one of the best to be honest. It's just so fun. So get yourself a copy if you haven't already and give it a go, because I'm sure you'll all enjoy it because it's a really great game. But I have to leave it there. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll put up another game very soon.